Classic. Right, I'm changing these plates because the it's got old bubbles in the laminate and stuff. Some amateurs made these. They are quite old though. I think they're the original dealer plates because it's got that QCS on and it's got that in the back window as well. So I'm guessing that's the dealer from 2002. The front one though, it's been put on by Alfred's, and they've put these little security caps on so you can't nick them. But I don't know what you use to get these off. There's no key, so I'm going to try and hack these off. Oh, hang on. Oh yes, Halfords, nice and secure. See, that's why you should that's why you should always go to Halfords. No one's nicking them easily with one hand. Right, if you need some number plates, get yourself up to Dank Plates in Gornal in Dudley. I've only gone for the standard 2Ds because that's just what I wanted for this car, but they do all sorts, 4D, glittery, camo, legal, show plates, everything. And same guys in there, he even sorted me 10% off because it's my birthday. I've gone for it. Right, new plates looking a lot cleaner. Just freshens the car up a little bit. Front one's looking good. Obviously I said I need a new bumper, so. But yeah, looking clean. Okay, so what you're going to want to do, get your mum's old hairdryer. We basically want to melt the seam sealer kind of glue sealant that holds the plastic lens onto the backing part of the light. It's basically just a thin layer of glue that goes all the way around, and obviously we're just heating that up to kind of soften it, and then we pull the lens apart. So yeah, a lot of people do it with a heat gun. I haven't got one, so I just use a hairdryer. It does a good job. And yeah, basically want to keep that going until it softens up and we can pull it apart. And then I just whacked a flathead screwdriver in between the lens and the backing and just tried to pry it apart with those. Do use quite a wide flathead though, just because you want some good leverage, and the lens material, the glass or plastic, does chip off quite easily. I ended up taking a couple of chunks out of that before getting them apart, but as you can see, enough heat, the glue softens up and we can just pull it apart here. So I still had a bit of trouble getting it apart, but just whacked a bit more heat on the back side because the back half where I'd not heated it up quite as much was still sticking. It's quite tough to pull apart, so just keep going at it with the heat until it'll come apart quite easily, and then you should be able to just split it with your hands. Like I said, just whack a screwdriver in there or something, but it will eventually pull apart, as you can see here. So yeah, once that's in two pieces, you'll see quite handily that the piece we need to spray is actually a separate part of the lens. So we don't have to do any major masking off or anything. This is the bit that we're going to turn black. You'll see here on the back side, the indicator lenses are held in with two little tabs at the top and bottom. I just got quite a small head on the screwdriver, pop those through. That pops out in one piece. And then I just went on to mask the inside of this, just because it is quite reflective. So I just whacked some masking tape all through there, and then I just popped the other one open, did the same again, and yeah, then we go onto the painting. You do want to get some pretty fine sandpaper on these because they are quite shiny plastic, so the paint won't stick very well. Get some fine sandpaper, just key them up. Basically just gives the material some more texture to it, something for the paint to grab onto. Right, we're at the painting stage. I bought some Nissan Black Pearl Black. I thought I'd get some pearlescent, maybe just add a little bit of glitter to it, see if that comes out cool. Usually I'd primer these, but I'm in a bit of a rush and it's going to start raining. So I'm just going to go, I've keyed them up, I'm just going to go straight to the black on there and just hope that it sticks. I think this will look cool. It's quite a common mod. It's usually done on darker cars, to be fair, like dark blues and blacks and stuff, but I think it might contrast nicely on the red because the whole car is kind of black and red with the trims and obviously the wheels and the tyres and that are quite dark as well, so I'm hoping that it contrasts nicely. I've masked off these inner bits. They're for the indicators. I don't think it's too important, but yeah, they had a lot of reflective stuff in there, so I don't want to like blacken out the reflective and just make the indicators too dull. So I've masked those off and the rest of it I've just left bare. Like I say, I've keyed it up so the paint should stick. So yeah, let's get some black on there. Okay. Might have gone a bit thick considering it's the first layer, but I don't think that it needs to be a perfect job for these because they're going to go back into the headlight casing and just reflect most of the light off them anyway, so you probably won't see any imperfections in there. So yeah, first layer down, probably let those rest for a bit. Like I said, I'm rushing it, so probably give these 20 minutes and then whack some more on. But yeah, I'm going to call that done. I'm going to take these inside, gas out the family and let them dry in the house. And then let them dry up, chuck them back in the headlights, seal them up again and whack them back on the car. Right then, so after the paint had dried for an hour or so, took them back inside, got the hairdryer back out and just softened up this sealant again. Obviously that goes hard after not much time, so you just want to get the air gun back on that and just get it all soft again. I took the masking tape off the indicator part, that all peeled off in one go, and that's nice and reflective again, so we won't lose any brightness of the indicator from there. You then basically want to get the main lamp and you want to put the indicator lens back in. I would recommend doing that from the top clip first. It just seemed to fall in a lot easier that way. And then get the main shroud. Now you want to find these 5 clips and posts and just get them into their little tunnels. They pop in quite easily if you line them up, and then obviously just press them down. Be careful of the new paint. Once this is all pressed in, we'll go ahead and chuck the new glass back on. So again, I've just put a bit more heat across the sealant, make sure it's nice and soft, and then just line your glass up. There are 4 little tabs around the glass and they pop into these little cutouts, so you know it's lined up properly. Get that on, push it all down, maybe heat it up a bit more, and then just give it a good squeeze shut so you know it's sealed, because we don't want any condensation getting into there. And as you can see, it's a nice sealed unit and it's all blacked out. And then I just took a bit more heat and just made sure it was all clamped in. Right, so what actually happened in this part was I had a little knocking noise, as you could see there. I was shaking it around. That turned out to be the indicator lens, wasn't quite tight enough in there. So I actually took the whole light apart again, heated it up and took it apart to try and I thought I'd not clip something in properly. It was just the indicator lens were rubbling around, but you can actually sort that whilst it's closed. Just stick your finger in the back and poke the lens in properly. So yeah, don't make that mistake. All right then, I ain't actually had a proper look yet. Yeah, that looks sweet, man. It's really subtle. I'm trying to zoom in, look. It's nice, that is. It's just a subtle change. Some people really black it out, like do the indicators and everything. But like, that looks really good. Right then, I'm really happy with that. A couple of changes. Got our plates on. Looking sweet. And done the headlights. And to be fair, like I said, I really rushed it, to be honest. I did a rush job of it. And you can't even tell. I got crap in the paint. I only did a couple of coats of black, didn't primer it. But no, looks really good. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Nice, easy mod. I think anyone could do this one, as long as you've got a hairdryer, or I mean, some people put them in the oven, which is a bit of overkill, but I mean, it does soften up the glue. But yeah, it's really easy, really cheap. I mean, a bit of sandpaper and some, you know, 1 tin of paint, you're looking at about 12 quid from Halfords. Makes all the difference, I think. Looks really good. And yeah, I'm really happy with how that looks on it. I think it just gives the front end a bit more of a moody look, and it's just really subtle, but it makes all the difference. But yeah, if you watched this far, thanks again for watching. If you got any questions, just hit me in the comments and I'll help you guys out. Cheers.